Hi everyone, Trishna here. So a few weeks ago I created a video on how to use parallel realities and hopping between those parallel realities to help you detach from the outcome of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest with the law of attraction. In response to that video, Kim asked me, how exactly do you hop between realities? How do you go from one parallel reality to the next? And that's what this video is going to address. Now, if you haven't already seen the first 7 videos in my manifestation playlist, I would highly recommend that you watch that because all those 7 videos is everything that you need to know in order to manifest anything that you desire. If you follow that process, you will get whatever it is that you want to create for your life. It will become real. So make sure that you check out that playlist. I've numbered the first 7 videos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and you can access that on my channel. Go to the playlist section of my channel, or at the end of this video I'm going to have an end card that you can just click on and it will take you to the complete playlist of all of my Law of Attraction videos, including the first 7, and they will all be in order, in the right order, essentially. But when it comes to parallel realities and hopping realities, the thing that you have to keep in mind is that at all times, there are multiple realities that exist at the exact same time. So right now, there's a version of you that is watching this video. There's a version of you that lives in a different country. There's a version of you that's watching a different video. There's a version of you that majored in something different. There are an infinite number of realities in which you exist that are all unique and different in some way. They can be small ways, they can be big ways. And whenever we're trying to use the law of attraction, we're essentially hopping between the reality that we're in right now to the reality that we want to be living. So if there's an infinite number of possibilities that are out there, then one of them includes the life that we want right now that we're not currently living. So if we could just hop to that one, we'd be living the life that we want. So we need to find a way to merge where we are right now with that reality so that that reality becomes our dominant reality that we are experiencing and living. So the way to do that is to think about the law of attraction in terms of vibrational frequency. And you've probably heard this before if you've watched any other law of attraction videos on other channels or read any of the books. Essentially what happens is as you go on your day-to-day, you are currently carrying a vibrational frequency. You're on a certain frequency right now. And okay, so let me just say you're actually in multiple frequencies kind of at the same time. Every one of your areas of life carries a different frequency. So you may believe that love is easy to come by, and so that's the love frequency that you're on. But you may believe that a job is hard to come by or money is hard to come by, and that's a frequency that you're in that respect. So on every subject we hold a certain vibration, and that vibration on that subject is what dictates how that area of our life is going to go for us, how it's going to unfold for us, what we are receiving right now in that area of our life. So if we believe that love is easy, we probably have multiple suitors that are continuously finding us. We go to a bar and people just show up and want to talk to us. If we believe that money is hard, then we probably are working a lot of long hours and feeling like we're not making enough per hour, and we may be looking for jobs to make more money, and that's difficult. So that's how our frequencies work. Our experience is just so multifaceted that we often have a variety of frequencies, and on each topic we hold a different one. You may have also heard the example of a radio station. So when you turn the dial on your radio, old school radio, or actually even satellite radio, whenever you turn the dial or you try to switch to the next station, you can just switch it by just one number and you'll end up on a completely different station that is a completely different topic or completely different type of music, and all you did was shift just one little number over, one little decimal point over. And that's the same thing with parallel realities and hopping between them. Is you just have to make a little shift, just a little shift in your energy, and you can hop into a completely different reality. So how do you take this and actually apply it to your life? So your frequency is dictated by the thoughts that you have, the beliefs that you hold, and your emotions around those thoughts and beliefs. So you need to think about what areas of your life do you want to shift? Do you want to shift your love life? Do you want that area to improve? Do you want your business or your finances to improve? Do you want them both to improve? You don't just have to pick one. So decide what areas of your life, it can be multiple, that you want to improve. Then you need to figure out, okay, what do I want in that area of my life? What reality do I want to live? What parallel reality do I want to hop to? What is my version of success at this point in time? So let's say you have a business and you would like it to be performing better. What does that mean? How much do you want to be making? How many clients do you want to have? How many hours do you want to be working or not working? Do you want to travel? What does your successful business look like to you? If you could have your business right now be something that you're truly happy with, what would it look like? What are all of those components? Once you know what you want for all the areas of your life that you want to improve, once you have a vision for how you want your life to be, what you want your reality to look like, you now have a vision that you can channel your thoughts towards. So the next thing that you have to do is you have to think about whatever it is that you want. You want to have a business that makes $100,000 a year, and you have 6 clients, or 5 clients, let's say, that pay you a retainer of $20,000 a year each, and you want to work with each client 4 hours a week. So you're working 20 hours a week. Or something. Yeah, I hope the math's right. So that's what you have decided that you want for your life. That will give you the income that you want, the freedom that you want, the joy that you want, the security that you want because they're paying you an annual retainer. That's what you consider your successful business that is booming, that's doing well. And then you might also want to occasionally have clients who want to work with you that are always contacting you, so that should one of your clients decide to move on, you always have replacements, tons of people who are interested in working with you. That may feel to you like a successful business that is booming, that's doing well, that's secure, that's giving you the lifestyle that you want. So you have this vision, that's where you can channel your thoughts. But now you must assess. You must use rule number 1, which says, always be honest about how you feel. So you have a vision for what you want. How do you feel about it? Do you believe that you can make $100,000 a year? If you haven't done that in a business before, that may be a bit of a stretch. So honestly, look at yourself and figure out, is this something that you believe? Do you believe that it's hard to find clients? Do you believe that your area of business is not very popular? Do you believe that your marketing isn't good enough? Do you believe that money is hard to come by? When you look at your vision, how does it make you feel? What fears come up? So those beliefs and those emotions that come with those beliefs of fear, stress, disappointment, reluctance, those two together tell you if you have a block or if your manifestation is going to come to you relatively easily. So if you have a block, which likely you do, otherwise you would be living the reality that you want, that's okay, that's fine. Then all you have to do is you have to work on each one of those blocks. You have to identify what are all of your fears in this scenario. And basically what that does is you're currently living your reality right now. And you have a vision for where you want to go. So you know where you are, point A, and you know where you want to be, point B. And to bridge that gap, to hop between that reality, you have to believe that you can have that reality. You have to believe that that is something that is possible for you. And so your way of hopping between that is to identify what your beliefs currently are, which ones you have those emotional negative reactions to, and then you have to release those emotional negative reactions. When you release those reactions, when you decide that, you know, I can have everything that I want and money doesn't have to be hard to come by, and I can think of all these other people who just money just seems to grow on the trees for them, so why couldn't that happen for me? I'm equally worthy. I'm just as much a child of the universe or a child of God as they are, and I work hard, you know, if that's a belief that you want to work with. And so why couldn't that happen for me? So basically what you're doing is you are bridging that emotional gap that you have between what you want and what you believe right now. And you're making peace with any kind of fear that you have, because when you make peace with something, you are letting it go. And the moment that you let go, you don't even have to entirely believe that you can have what you want. You just have to let go of the disbelief that you can have what you want. Once you let go of that, you will have hopped. Your reality will merge and it will seem very natural to you. It won't seem like a surprise. It will seem you may get your reality, you may start getting client after client, and they're wanting to pay you X amount, and you don't even realize that this is something that you manifested or that you put an intention for or set a vision for until a few weeks later when you're like, wait a minute, my reality is happening and I didn't even realize it, because it will feel so natural. The universe does not want to scare you or jar you or stretch your mind to the point of disbelief or craziness. You know, it will very naturally bring that reality that you want. It will naturally merge the two of you to where every step just feels very logical, very natural. You don't even realize you're being led on this path until you're at the end of the journey, and then you're just like, wow, I had no idea that this was all falling into place for me. So this is how you hop parallel realities. You first have to know what reality you want to hop to. What does that look like? You then have to address, how do you actually feel about that reality being real? Do you believe it can be real? And then you have to let go of the disbelief and make peace with your reality as it is and heal on those fears that you have, and then the universe will just merge you. That's all that you have to do. And there's a few things that I want to mention. So the first one is, if you don't know how to heal or how to work on those beliefs, again, watch my first 7 videos in the manifestation playlist. That will give you everything you need to know in order to hop realities, manifest whatever you want, however you want to look at manifestation and the law of attraction. The other thing that I want to mention is, don't underestimate the power of making that energetic frequency shift, that one little decimal point on the radio dial. Don't underestimate the power in a tweak that small, because the results from that will be huge. An example of that is, let's say you live in Seattle and you want to fly to Florida, and you're going to take a plane, and let's say the plane is going to take the straightest path there, the straight line from point A, which is Seattle, to point B, which is Florida, which parallels the parallel reality concept of point A, which is where I am right now, what my reality holds right now, the parallel reality that I'm currently living, and point B, which is the reality that I want to be living. So your plane is going to go directly from Seattle to Florida. But let's say that the plane is just 1 degree off of that line, that straight line from Seattle to Florida. That's it. It just goes 1 degree off. That 1 degree of difference will take you somewhere completely different, far away from where Florida is, just because you made that 1 degree difference and that 1 degree trajectory. It's like, this is your straight line, and you just go 1 degree, and all of a sudden it's going here. And just look, the difference, I hope that didn't look too dumb, but the difference is huge between where you thought you were going to go and where you ended up. So that small shift can create huge changes in your reality. That is how energy works. So if you are currently at A and you feel like you're going to B, and that's not where you want to go, you don't like what reality is showing you, you don't like where it's unfolding, all you have to do is make that 1 little degree shift, and you're going to be in a completely different place that is much better, that you enjoy much more. So that is really important for you to know. Don't ever underestimate the power of energy. Don't ever underestimate your inner power. You just make that small shift internally, and the external shifts can be huge, and they can be really, really fast. So that's something to always keep in mind. And then the action part of manifestation is something that it is important, but it always comes secondary to the energetic work. The energetic work is always the most important. That is what's going to create the huge changes. Working more hours is not, it can help, but it's really, that's not where the power lies. So do the energy work, and any kind of action that you want to do after you've done your energy work, then go ahead and do that, because now you've shifted your vibration, and any kind of action you do after that is on that new path and is taking you on that different trajectory, and is going to take you where you want to be, to the reality that you want. So I hope this is helpful. I hope that this answers the question of, I get that there's parallel realities, but how do I hop from one to the other? How do I get to the one that I want? I hope that this addresses that, and don't forget to check out my first 7 videos on the Manifestation Toolkit. It will be at the end card at the end of this video. It's also on my channel on the playlist page. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.